Patty, and welcome to Garden Style. So what am I doing with these pumpkins? You would be amazed the different things you can do with these small little pumpkins. And if you have some left over after Halloween and you haven't carved them up yet, I'm about to take you on a little tour as to the fun creative day we had at the nursery decorating pumpkins. So first I want to talk about how you're going to go about planting a pumpkin. So you take one of these little guys and of course you carve out the top and scoop out all the seeds and everything from the inside, and then treat it with a little petroleum jelly. Just rub that on all the sides where you have cut the pumpkin, and then it's ready to go. And by applying that petroleum jelly, it'll actually last you a lot longer. After that, we placed a little soil in the bottom of the pumpkin, and we can actually plant the pumpkins. So we placed plants in them, things like violas, pansies, grasses, succulents. We even planted some of those, and a little extra moss around the edges to finish it off, and they look amazing. Now the cool thing is, with planting pumpkins like this, say for instance you grab a perennial like a heuchera. You can put a heuchera on the inside, and you can actually plant this outside when you're done using it inside. And by planting it, the pumpkin itself will actually decompose, and the plant will take its new spot out in the garden or in one of your containers, whatever it is you want to do. So planting them that way is a lot of fun. Then, see this really cool one right here? It's a nice little warty pumpkin. It's got little warts all over it. You can also carve them out, place a little floral foam down into the center, put a little moss around the outside so that you don't see the floral foam, and fill it up with all the collections that you can collect from the fall garden. Anything with fall leaves, pine cones, grasses, and you'll see in our upcoming video here all the different things we did and what we used to decorate pumpkins. And they make excellent, beautiful centerpieces, either for your Thanksgiving table, you can give them away as hostess gifts, or by all means keep one for yourself and just set it out in the home for extra fall decor. It's pretty cool. And then these little guys, which I call mini Cindy's, they're very similar to a Cinderella pumpkin, which is bigger but sits flatter like this. These can be carved out in the middle, and you can actually place votive candles in them. And they look amazing when they're interspersed with any of your planted pumpkins for extra decor on the table. And the thing I like about it is it's natural. You can dispose of it later. Keep the seeds. We definitely kept all the seeds to these pumpkins. You can save those, plant them in the spring, or bake them and actually eat them. Pumpkin seeds are actually full of really good nutrients. So just really like the idea of how you can recycle or upcycle pumpkins, especially those if you've collected a lot of them just before Halloween. And now here we are going into Thanksgiving, so what a perfect time to start doing some more carving and come up with some beautiful creations. Now what we also did was we had a succulent pumpkin class about a week ago, and it was a huge hit. We had about 14 people show up. The greenhouse was packed, and we taught them all how to literally glue succulents to the top of your pumpkin. Yes, you can glue them, it's not going to hurt them. And that way you're not carving the pumpkin, but you can come up with some beautiful creations. Not only with succulents, but you mix in moss and some pine cones, grasses, all kinds of natural materials, and of course moss. Any type of Spanish moss or sphagnum moss works great. And I'm going to take you on a quick tour of that class so you can see all the different creations that people were coming up with, and they were all just beautiful, fantastic when they came out. And we had a whole lot of fun doing it. So yeah, a little creative video for you today, especially if it's really cold where you are and you can't really get outside. Then bring the outside in, and we'll show you all kinds of different ways to decorate your own pumpkins and use them in the home. Okay, so that's my blurb on pumpkins for now, and we'll talk soon. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those in the description box down below, or you can get a hold of me at gardenstylenwest@gmail.com. Hope your fall's going well, and we'll talk soon. Enjoy the video.